Did you just get a new puppy? Are you just super engulfed in your puppy's cuteness? There's so many awesome things with having a new puppy. You get to shape their behavior. You have that time where they need you so much because they're so small. And yet there's so many frustrations that come with having a puppy. And I know one of the number one frustrations is the puppy mouthing. And I want you to know that you're not alone in this. And I'm sure you're sitting there wondering, like, can I get this mouthing to stop? And if I can't get this mouthing to stop, will my puppy grow into an adult dog and still be biting me? And then also just feeling frustrated and stressed with just the pain because they have super, super sharp teeth. And then some of you also may be wondering, how do I deal with this? I mean, when I look online or I read books, there's so many ways and tools and methods out there on how to stop puppy biting. And you might be confused on which route to go, which methods work the best, and not only which ones work the best to stop the puppy biting, but which ones are best psychologically for your puppy, so that when your puppy gets older, you have a dog that's emotionally balanced and is not going to develop any aggression or fear problems. So I wanted to make this video to share with you some tips on how to stop puppy biting. So notice this child is rewarding the sit, and then as soon as that puppy bites him and jumps, notice how he turns his back. So he's literally also turning his head away from the dog as well. He's not giving eye contact here. He's not saying no or off. He's literally just turning his back and then being stationary and being a tree. And then once his dog or his puppy sits, he's clicking and treating that. So I'll show it to you again. There's the biting happening. He stops, turns his back, and then he clicks and treats that sit. So repetition is how we create progress with this. So you want to make sure you do this over and over and over and over and over again over a period of weeks and, maybe even a few months, especially if your puppy is super young, in order to really get this ingrained in their head that you're not going to give them attention for the puppy biting. Instead, they get attention when they're sitting there and being good. So this next video is going to talk about training leave it. So leave it means your dog is moving away from something that he wants to chew on or put in his mouth. And in this case, we're talking about biting your hands or your legs or your shoes or socks or something like that. Training leave it can really make a huge difference. So you're gonna start with a closed hand here, and you're gonna have some treats in your hand. So your dog's gonna wanna go after those, and then you're gonna have the clicker in the opposite hand. So notice that eventually this puppy is going to bite me. And as soon as the dog or the puppy bites me a little bit too hard, I'm going to say, ouch, and I put the hand behind my back. And now I'm going to represent it, and puppy's gonna come over. And as soon as the puppy looks away from the hand, I click and treat. Put the hand out with treats in it, hand is closed, looks away, click and treat. Hand with food, puppy looks away, click and treat. And then you also would add the leave it command. So right before you click, you would say leave it, click, treat. I would get some more treats in my hand, put it out. Oh, dog jumps on you. Again, you could stand up and turn your back, or you could lean into him like I did there. Looks away, leave it, click and treat. Feel that you can't even get a click and treat in there when your puppy sits because they just don't stop biting you at all, even when you turn your back? Or do you feel that when you turn your back and you click and treat the sit that they're immediately back to biting you again, and it's a circular cycle of rewarding the sit and then the puppy biting you again a second or two later? Or even still, as you're training leave it, do you feel your dog is not listening to the leave it command when they're biting you? And lastly, do you just feel that you just want some additional help and you're just like, yeah, I do want to get some more information on how to get my puppy to stop biting me so that we can move forward and have a peaceful life together. If you've answered yes to any of these questions, then you definitely want to sign up for our webinar because we can help you. In this live webinar, it's going to be all about puppy biting and giving you all of the techniques that you need to know and the knowledge that you need to know so you can get your puppy to stop biting you and live a life full of peace. Go ahead and go to the link and register right away so you can come to this live webinar on puppy biting. Don't forget to register so that you can be there. We are looking forward to seeing you there and helping you out.